Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone has a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action, not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 7, NASDAQ up 23, S&P's up $1.50, gold contract up $11.80, trading at $1,274 an ounce. Silver up 11 cents at $20.05. Platinum flat at $1,385 an ounce. Copper down a penny and a half at $3.22 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $99.94 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year flat at 125.30. 30-year down 4 ticks at 133.08. King dollar down 53 ticks at 80.70. The euro up 10 at 136, and the yen flat at 102.34. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We're at 1798.45. The high that was generated out there in January, folks, was 1850. So we go from 1850 down to 1737. So we get about $1.13 on the way down. We'll come back to 798. This little baby is setting up to get into this 1821 area. And this is the B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. That's how the setup is setting up at this particular point. We came down on volume. You're going up on lighter volume. We did 624 million today, going into that 763. I do expect, though, you're going to be able to see that surge go up there, which is going to be just wild watching how this whole thing shakes out, particularly because what we have had is fast moves, no doubt. If we go look at the SPY and you want to look at the correlation, how this is set up, the SPY right now is at 180.01. You know, we did 79 million shares out here today, which is going into 208 million. But bottom line is it's going to go higher. The SPY can actually climb up to this 181.95, which is almost $2. That's a big number. Dow Industrials. Dow set up the same way. We have inside the Dow. Dow had the deepest retracement. You know, you remember the Dow Industrials had gone from the 16,580 mark down to the 15,350 mark. So 1,300 points that went down. Right now, flat market, $7. But the Dow, you know, the Dow wants to run higher too, man. You know, so this Dow, yeah, the Dow can get up 16,400. It's going to be bizarre watching it how it wants to get up there, but bottom line it can. Now, this is where it's going to get really interesting, and this is why. The composite, folks, okay, the NASDAQ composite has up $22 today. Now, the volume died on the vine, like on the composite, big time. We did let me see, they're probably at 1.8 now. It was 1.79 million right before I was getting on. Yeah, it's 1.806. That 1.806, however, is going into a 2.2. So you have 400 million shot there. Now, let's go over to well, here, I'll stay with this for a second. So the composite itself is trading right now at 4148. That is saying, guess what? The composite wants to run into 4193. That's a big number. That's another $50 up. Okay, that's the first part. Now, watch this. The NDX 100. The NDX 100 was the only ETF structure inside the indices, meaning inside whether it's the S&P, whether it's the Dow, whether it's the NASDAQ, whether it's the Russell 2000, that actually had an expansion of volume on Friday. Died on the vine today, though. So we did 29 million shares. We're at 87.80. The high in the Qs was 89. The low of that high was 88.52. This is going to be game to get in there. That's the bottom line. It's game to get up into that level. I suspect what we're going to see, though, is that, you know, there's going to be a failure up at that level. You know, right now we'll see how this shakes out. That is going to be 100% move for move, and what that would mean is that the NDX 100 would be just in a consolidation, meaning that yes, it will go back down and test that high volume low at 83.74, but not necessarily it won't be an ABC down. The retracement's already too much. At this particular point, we absolutely still have the ABC structure on the way down on the S&P. You have it on the Russell 2000. If we go over and we take a look at the IWM right now, IWM was up 29 cents today, 35 million shares, and the IWM we're at 111.03. That little baby wants to run to about 113.65. Gold contract. We go take a look at gold. What we have out here with gold is this. She's not backing away from the top of the trend. However, the volume is dying on the vine once again. We did 89,000 contracts out here, and she needs about $1.50, 150, 175,000 contracts, folks, to get up and over this level at the 1280 mark. We got to 1277 right now, and what's stopping it, by the way, is the downdraft that was created last June. Last June, that's where within 2 weeks we went from 1378 to 1194 in the gold market. That's the resistance that's going against, so it looks like it needs a little more cause to basically get to higher price. The 10-year bond, what we have with the 10-year bond, she is trading out at the 125.30. She did 620,000 contracts today. That little baby looks to me, she wants to pull back somewhere into the 125.04 level. But this is an ABC structure on the way up. You know, we've gone up with volume. I suspect you're going to back down with some lighter volume, and you're going to see that launch to much higher prices. 30-year bond, same setup in the 30-year bond. USH4. What we have with the 30-year bond is this. 30-year bond today, flat market, really sideways market, down 4 ticks, that's what it actually was, with light volume. 30-year also wants to back in. Looks like 30-year wants to back into about the 131.17 level. That's about a point and a half down. Rackspace, RAX, Rackspace closed at $40. That's trading at $35 right now. If we take a look at what the number is on Rackspace, this is what you have. They evidently didn't make it. Their revenue was $408 million. Their earnings per share was 14 cents. It says that that's what they're supposed to make, but they missed something. The estimate was 14 cents. They made 14 cents. They don't like something that's inside there. I'll tell you that. That's an ABC down anyway. This has gone from 35. No, it's gone from 55 back to 35. You get a high volume low. Oh, it's going to be toasted. This is going to be toasted and roasted. So 32 is the high volume low. Let's go to Manny in San Jose. Hey, Manny, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Yes.
Cool, man. What are we going to look at today?
GFI Goldfields.
Goldfields. So let's take a look. You got Goldfields, folks. This is a producer in a lot of different countries. Australia, Ghana, Peru, South America, Africa. The low is 298.92. The high is 10.49. Now, do you own this? You're looking to buy it? What are we doing here?
I'm looking to buy.
Okay, I would just wait it out a little here. You know, what you have here today is this. You did 5 million shares. You took out this little swing point with 5 million. This equity, though, has to show a lot more strength, Manny. You know, I cover this equity, and we haven't bit yet because it's just, there's, well, you can see some of these other equities are already up 40, 50% from the lows, okay? And this just can't handle it, man. So I would be waiting for a large sign of strength to come in the equity. Then you buy the next retracement. You want to see this equity inside $3.90 with a sign of strength, and then you buy the next pullback after that.
Okay, so once it gets 390 and then it pulls back.
As long as it gets into 390 with wide price spread, accelerated volume, that's a sign of strength, meaning that, you know, you'll see the price spread come in, you'd see the volume come in, and then on a pullback, pulls back a lighter volume, then there should be action there. That's right, because there's something right now. This equity just is not performing. Period. You know, and there's a few of them that are, you know, there's a few of them that are absolutely not performing. You know, and then there's some great ones that are performing.
Do you recommend maybe a triple ETF or something?
The easiest way to make money in that gold market is go get the gold report. Try it for 30 days. It's free, man. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. And you can test drive the Gold Report right on the front page of TFNN. Free, folks. 30 days. We'll come right back.